You're not supposed to say the one.
It doesn't matter if I say the one. Hey guys, we're back.
It's gonna be like iCarly.
This isn't iCarly.
4, 3, 2, boom.
Anyway.
We're all supposed to break out into song?
No.
Yeah, exactly what we're doing.
I mean, look, if you want me to get into it, I would, but not right now.
Go ahead, Miles.
No, I'm not gonna get into it. Let's talk about.
We're talking about
Endgame.
expectations. Is that where we left off?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so somebody was saying what they were expecting. Was it you?
It was me.
Miles.
Then you interrupted me and went on a 10-minute tangent.
I didn't go on a 10-minute.
Yes, you did, bitch.
I'm the fucking host of this podcast, bitch, and you're just a guest.
No. I'm the king. Now I'm just kidding. Honestly, what else I expected? I really expected, like, instead of Sam become Cap, I'd have followed the comic and go for Bucky. Then they made it into Sam.
I think Bucky would have been a terrible choice in the
Well,
context of this movie.
Yes, the context in the movie and in the comic, but they still, like, I wish they would still done it right there. So then, Bucky was like, "Yo, man, like for the spinoff, that could have been like Bucky's time as Cap. Then he could have been like, "Hey, yo, Sam, I'm not feeling this. You should do it." And then he consult with Steve, and Steve agrees with it.
Why did you consult with Steve?
Yeah.
Because Steve was the original
Steve
Cap.
did, yeah, but he didn't pick to be Cap in the first place. They just kind of gave that shit.
No, the thing is, if Steve chose Bucky,
Why is Steve still alive?
Can I speak?
I told you that he died when the movie ended.
He did not die.
That nigga stroked out.
No.
He was so old. He probably stroked out and
Cap's a
died.
racist too.
I don't think he's racist. I see a lot of memes saying, "Oh, when he wakes up and sees black people in the same restaurant as white people." Why don't he
What? This isn't what I remember.
He just had to adapt quickly.
Yeah. Is that in the super serum? Anti-racist juice?
Is it? Because that means he had to grow up in a time where they were, whipping niggas. They like putting fire hoses on them and shit.
Yeah, what was he, like 20 or something when?
He was 25 when he went into World War II.
But black people were not respected in World War II.
No, but not a lot of. They had
There was
white
still a thing
allies
called Jim Crow.
They had white allies. I just assumed that he was a white ally.
He didn't have any black friends in the 1920s or 1930s.
He was calling them Negroes at best.
Yeah. And he thought that was the kind way to do it.
You Negroes.
You coloreds.
Yeah.
Colored.
This is where the colored sit. This is America's table.
How is Sam his friend?
This is America's ass.
How's Sam
Because they're
his
both
friend?
veterans and they're both crazy.
Yeah.
Plot.
And
The script.
back to expectations. Who wants to go next?
You.
Oh, okay. My
She
expectation.
wasn't finished.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh.
No, go ahead. No.
Because I knew he didn't finish, but we had.
No, it's
and
good. Just go.
My expectation. I expected time travel because I was thinking. I was like, how else are they gonna undo this? Because clearly they want to undo it. I was like, let's go back in time, I guess. But I mean, I didn't think deep into how they were gonna do it. I didn't even think that the time stone they would get it and go back in time. I didn't know how they were going to go back in time. I just knew they were going to do it.
I knew it was going
and
to be.
that's what I expected.
PEM particles. I don't know. I just think they set so much of this up in other movies. It's like I just feel like if you watch the other movies, like when they were in the other one, what's it? Ant-Man and the Wasp. They were talking about how time is different in the quantum realm, and and Ant-Man survives because he's in another universe. So I'm like, well, obviously he's going to come back somehow, and he's going to have the time travel with the quantum realm. I knew that was a definite. Even their outfits kind of look just too similar to
It looked like what you
Ant-Man's.
time travel.
Yeah.
Maybe that's me.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, but aside from time travel, I didn't know what to expect with this movie, honestly. I knew somebody was going to die.
I
had a feeling it was going to be Tony. I just ignored that feeling.
I thought we should have died.
I knew none of the youngins were going to die because they have to keep going with the franchise and whatnot.
See, the thing is,
I don't know. It exceeded my expectations, even though I didn't have many.
I don't think more people should have died. I honestly was kind of hoping they would find a way to wrap this up without just killing people, because I feel like it's a really lazy writing thing when they just like, and then he dies, and then she dies.
It was
and
really
then
back to back to back.
Yeah.
No, I was hoping it should have been Hawkeye, Black Widow, Cap, Iron Man, and who else?
What's
Nebula.
wrong with you?
No, because they
What?
don't-
Just kill everybody?
No, but they don't serve a purpose because at this point it's now like a universal type thing now. So Thor, Marvel, Black Panther because he has Wakanda, the Asgardians.
Well, I don't think just the strongest people should survive.
Those
And I
aren't
think,
the strongest. I think they were just the ones who can serve a purpose.
well, no, but that's what I'm saying. That
Hawkeye
I
and Black
guess,
Widow
but
should
still,
serve a
like,
purpose.
I'm not saying, but I don't think that makes sense. Because, I mean, I'm going based off of, like, just seeing them,
character and stuff.
yeah, like, I don't want to say, like, they should just die because they have no purpose for the movie anymore. Like, we're not going to see them in action. I mean,
It's the purpose.
they could still
Well, no.
live.
Well, that's what
they
I'm
could
saying,
still
though.
live and
No.
just not be
In the movies
movie.
anymore. No, but that's what I was gonna say though, is because you're right. That's my expectation too. I thought everybody that no longer served a purpose, or at least a grand purpose, I thought they were gonna get the axe. Because I don't know how the hell they're gonna fit into Phase 4.
I think they won't.
They
I
just
mean,
don't
a lot
be
of
in
them.
it.
Hawkeye.
Well, and that's what I was thinking too. But that's why I was hoping. I was like, I hope they find some way that they can just retire these guys and just be like, yeah, so that when we watch the next movie, whatever it is, we're not like, where's Iron Man? Why is he helping with this end of the world catastrophe? You know,
So actually,
with dying? Because I think just writing everybody dead is a really lazy.
I think one of the major ones needed to die to make it, like you said, valid. Like this
Yeah, no, I'm not saying nobody should have died, but I think there should have been.
I don't think
Few
as many
deaths.
people
As you're
you
thinking.
should've-
I mean,
you
4.
wanted to kill everybody.
I mean, at least 4.
And 3 of them died. That's not far.
I mean,
Who
3
died?
Natasha died, Tony died, and once again, fucking Captain America's about to die.
I don't count Cap.
Yeah, I don't count Cap.
I don't understand why people don't count Captain America. That nigga knew he was about
He
to
has a
die.
suit,
No,
so
I-
he's gonna
I
live
was
for at
just-
least another 30
He doesn't
years.
have it anymore, does he?
No, he does.
He
It's
does?
in his thing.
He just
No,
went
I,
for it.
I, that's what I was saying. I think Captain America is not dead, but he's retired. We don't expect anything. I think he had a good ending.
Wait,
Well, I
hold on.
count it as
Hold on.
pretty much. Niggas gonna be in what? We're gonna see him in a retirement home.
Well, no, but that's why I wanted them to retire. I didn't want them to just all die. Everybody
Big
who
plot
wasn't
hole
gonna
though.
go.
Where's the old Steve when he went back? Did he kill his old self?
No.
No, he just lived in secret. Yeah, that's stupid.
That's still,
Wait, what?
So is there an older Steve still now?
What do you mean?
Like
Is there like another Steve Rogers? in
No,
that
because
time?
our Steve has still lived the same time. It's just he aged in the past, and then he just
not
came back to the same moment.
No, the way the Hulk and the Ancient One explained it, he shouldn't have been able to come back to our time.
No.
We shouldn't have seen him.
But they were talking about this is what confused me. The whole that past becomes your future and whatnot.
Because once
So-
you go to the past, right? That's what I'm trying to say. They just, as long as you go back to the exact moment that you left, everything should be fine. Which he did. He went back in time. If he changed anything from there, that would mean that
But there was
everything he was
still
doing in the
Steve
present.
Rogers there though.
No, the Steve Rogers.
wouldn't he just take that place?
No. The Steve Rogers that comes back at the end, the old guy, is the same Steve we have been following the whole time. It wasn't a different Steve, right? All that he did is when he went back, he just lived it, and then he came back to that exact moment. But the timeline never not had Steve. You get what I'm saying? He was always there because he never
Oh,
left.
so it's like that other one kind of like did some type of time fade, and he just took its place.
Yes,
Okay.
if that makes
yeah,
sense.
I guess. But another great expectation.
I mean, it's the
Professor
same
Hulk.
Steve. He just aged. It's not a different person. It's the same Steve that went
Yeah.
back. He just didn't come back via time machine. He came back via.
It's that
living.
the whole Hogwarts thing. That time with little.
That's a good ass memory. Like they're probably here right now. Let me go sit on this bench suspiciously
Super serum.
and just wait.
Super serum, but Professor Hulk. That was a great one. I was wondering what they were going to do with the Hulk.
He was hilarious.
No, I knew they
Dab.
were gonna do Professor Hulk. I just thought it was gonna
Dab.
be like, I didn't think they were just gonna come right out of the gate. Yeah, guys, I like coffee.
I thought that was, and this nigga had like a sweater on.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the funniest thing
Dab.
ever. Dab.
I didn't think they were gonna come right out of the gate with that. That was funny, but I thought he was gonna come in there too.
Again, it didn't exceed my expectations, but it was. I think it was just right.
Yeah. I was expecting Iron Man to die. I wasn't expecting him to die the way that he did. I was
think it was
expecting.
really
Oh my God! At no point in time did we ever say spoilers. That just dawned on me.
Well, tough titties, okay?
I'll go back and redub something.
I mean, put it in the title.
Yeah. I mean, even if people are gonna be like, oh, I already turned it on and the spoilers was at the end. Anyways, I was expecting Iron Man to die, just not in the way that he did. I was expecting Black Widow to die because, again, I didn't think she served a purpose. Crazily enough, though, I thought she was going to make it to the end battle. I thought she was going to be the one to snap the Infinity Gauntlet. and I thought that was just going to kill her like it did Tony. Because I was like, I can't see her surviving a fight with Thanos any other way.
Well, I mean, that's okay. Two things. My first thing is, I feel like it was right for her to die early on, like how you said.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I feel like it was right for her to die early on, but I don't agree with like her snapping the thing. I just feel like she's
Earned it.
not earned it. I just don't feel like
She
she's really
fits.
significant enough to be. I mean, I like her a lot, but I don't feel like I would be like Widow.
Well,
just
but-
no,
and I
and
hate
also you're saying with her fighting Thanos, I would assume she would be off with the other girls. You know, when they all
Kicking ass.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
just
what-
be fighting the other minions.
No,
or
because
whatever.
all of them other girls
They came up
could
against
survive.
Thanos. Captain. Actually,
fucking
yeah.
Mantis,
Mantis could subdue him. She did it in the other movie.
the fucking
The
deny.
Wakandans have the vibranium.
Yeah,
They got-
vibranium shield.
they
They
got
have
that-
it in their clothes.
They have that awesome.
They also
magic-
have that magic fucking shield they can bring up when they raise their hands.
No, I think that's just for the
They have.
border tribe.
They just said it in like the black, but they have tanks in their
Yeah.
spears. So yeah.
I guess, but I feel like she still would have been off. They wouldn't have had her up.
But that's
to
what I'm saying. I
Thanos
just-
fighting.
She would
No,
have-
but I'm just, has she been alive, right? She could have took Hawkeye's place. Because what the fuck was he there for? She
Okay.
could have had it, and then I feel like she just would have been like, you know, I never had a family until now, and then snap.
Yeah.
But
That'd be great.
if they did that, they would have made her go into some long ass montage. Not montage, long ass
actually
monologue.
would've- Hawkeye
about her
died at the
life.
Soul Stone. She dies.
Actually,
snapping
yeah, I would
fingers.
have preferred that
That
a
would've
lot
been
more.
perfect.
I think instead, because I also don't like the fact that they killed two lead female characters in their franchise
With Gamora and Natasha.
via the Soul Stone
Yeah.
bargaining. I was like, they didn't do that twice. I was like,
It's not just any soul.
Oh, that's
it's
a
one.
yeah, it needs to be a woman, and she also needs to be a strong leading female.
They don't want no strong leading females in Marvel. They said nah.
I don't
So-
know. I feel like if it was Hawkeye, it wouldn't have had
Any
as
impact
much
to
impact
me.
as it did. if
I would have
it was
been like,
Black
who the
Widow.
fuck gave this guy the keys to the universe?
Like,
I'm mad that he even carried it.
Yeah, I didn't like him touching it. How dare a mortal touch a fucking?
Infinity Gauntlet. Hawkeye of all people. What?
Oh man, I was also expecting. I didn't know. I knew they were gonna go back in time. I just thought they were gonna go back in time. I don't know what I thought they were gonna do. I knew they were gonna go back in time, but I didn't know they were gonna have to put the stones back. I thought they're just gonna get the stones to do whatever, right?
I knew it.
Also, why didn't they just go back in time and kill Thanos?
they said that.
They said that
Yeah.
baby Thanos. They didn't want to change the thing or something like that. They're like,
No, I mean after he snapped.
'Cause
Why didn't they
fucking,
kill him the day before? Because he waited a couple weeks or whatever to snap a second time. Why didn't they just kill him then?
they could have chopped off his hand. Just took the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, like the day before they showed up. Like they said, remember in the movie they were like 2 days ago he snapped his thing. There was a huge power source that came from Earth, and then 2 days ago we saw another one. Why didn't they just go the day before he did that?
The second one.
Yeah, when he
And then
destroyed
kill him?
them.
Plot reasons. We wouldn't have Endgame.
That's another grievance, but I'll move on. I was kind of hoping they would get the Infinity Stones. I was really hoping, especially when I saw everybody come in at the end. I was hoping Tony would take a stone, Black Panther would take a stone, Thor would take a stone. What's it, Black Panther? Did I say him already?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange would take a stone.
Oh, rather than one. Like
Are
just
you
putting them
talking about
back.
the
The Illuminati.
basically?
I was really thinking that was.
But
about to
then
happen.
you also have to think that Reed Richards had to come in and Professor X, but they're not there yet. 'cause-
Yeah, well,
But they're
it
about
doesn't have to be.
That would have been a great introduce because they were going to introduce.
Yeah.
Fantastic
But
Four.
I didn't have to be exactly the way it was in the comics, but I was just saying everybody that was the prospective head of anybody, you know? Because, I mean, technically, if you think about it, that's kind of how it was anyways, right? Asgard already had, like, 2 stones under their protection. The Wizards had a stone under their protection. And you can say the U.S. government technically had one.
The
Hydra.
UN, the Earth had the stones. Yeah,
The-
definitely should have gave one to just Wakanda.
Yeah. I think... well, at least I thought that would have been a fun
I
way to go
think if
about
they
it.
had the soul, like you know how they everybody speculated that the Soul Stone wasn't Wakanda.
Yeah.
I think it would have been like if we were supposed to split them up into there, that would have been a great way to revive the herbs, heart shapes.
I bet that won't even be an issue in later ones.
Yeah,
I bet
it
they're gonna have a
probably
whole
won't.
bunch of stashes somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Did you know if you climb up the mountain?
Wow, bro.
You know, piss on something.
Yeah.
Get the serum. Oh, no.
But,
That won't be an issue.
what was I saying? Oh, but I mean, I guess at the same time, there are no more Infinity Stones going forward. So that brings me to my next point. Where could they go from here?
It's supposed to be so Miles. You're our Marvel fanboy, but it's supposed to be Secret Wars, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So go into detail about that a little bit.
Well, I think because you know how in Captain Marvel she was fighting the what were crows? I forget their
Scrolls.
name. Yeah, there we go.
Scrolls. Yeah.
So I still think there are some undercover in Earth that she hasn't found. That's when like that happens. But also I think this is where Phase 4, aka Fox's turn, will come in. That's when they'll start introducing the mutants from X-Men.
I guess that actually does make
Fantastic
a lot of
Four,
sense.
Yeah.
Why focus on the same characters when they've really just got the rights to?
A shit ton.
Yeah, I guess they could do them justice.
Though I am mad from what I heard that they're not letting Ryan Reynolds revise his Deadpool persona for the new like Disney.
Why
Deadpool.
would they?
Why
would they? I don't think they're not doing any R-rated anything.
Unfortunately, which is stupid though. It's Disney, I get it, but at the same time.
My question. Well, anybody else have any speculations about moving forward?
All the kids, all the young kids.
Oh yeah, everybody
I'm ready
they've
to do
already set
something.
up. Shuri, Peter Parker.
Shuri, Peter,
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, the little
Black
girl.
Panther.
You remember the little girl? She's older now, isn't it? Her friend's
Cassie.
daughter.
That's exactly what I was
She's
just
gonna
with-
do something because
She's gonna be Iron
she
Man.
was set
I
up
thought
to
she was
do
gonna be
something.
Iron Man.
Morgan's still
Iron Man?
3. I
Yeah,
believe.
because that's what I was about to say. That the Captain Marvel's
Iron
best
Man?
friend's daughter. I thought she was going
What?
to be the next Iron Man.
I didn't know what she was gonna be,
I
but I
never
know
saw
she's
Captain
gonna be
Marvel.
something, huh?
I never saw Captain
Oh,
Marvel.
that's crazy.
Captain Marvel's best friend's daughter?
Yeah, Captain
She's
Marvel
a
has
best friend,
best
like,
yeah.
and her best friend has a daughter, and whatever. And they pretty much the whole movie they set her up so she can do something. Later.
And
like that was all she pretty much
isn't-
talked about was how great she wants to be and da 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 da.
Miles, doesn't Iron Man get
Get
passed
replaced
on
by
to
a woman?
Yeah.
A
Black
Riri
woman.
Williams, but we haven't gotten to that yet.
I think Shuri will be the next
Oh.
Iron Man.
Well, see, I didn't think Shuri. I think it was going to be the best friend's daughter.
It would make sense if
I
that's
don't know.
her.
I think that the little boy from Iron Man 3 might step up to the plate.
Wasn't he at the funeral?
Yeah,
I really
teenage
like-
boy with the messy brown hair.
Yeah. I didn't
That's
realize.
what that was.
No, I thought
That's
No, I was like,
He-
because I didn't see that. So I
that
didn't know
emo
who he
kid
was.
at the funeral.
Yeah, I was like,
That's-
who is
yeah,
that guy?
standing there.
I was like,
Like,
did
That
I?
life isn't fair.
No, 'cause I was like, did I miss a movie or something? I was like, but that was from Iron Man 3.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that kid.
Oh, then yeah, he's Iron Man then. Well, they already said
I don't
that.
know, but that's the thing. I think, okay, whoever puts on the mantle of Iron Man, it could really be any of those people. But I really think the person that's about to take on Tony Stark's role as being the go-to genius, invent everything, is Shuri. I don't think that's debatable.
Well, no, I think it is because think about it. She can also make her own Panther.
That's what I'm saying. I
And-
think she's just gonna take whenever somebody's like, "Hey, we need to invent time travel next
Are you
time."
talking? So you're saying the go-to genius, not the next Iron Man? I feel like yeah. If
Yeah, I don't
you're-
care
if
about
you're looking for
whoever.
the next smart person, it's gonna be Shuri.
I don't think they're going to invest
She
that much
is the
into
smartest
Shuri.
person of all.
I think they are.
I mean,
Black
yeah.
Panther is still gross more than Infinity War. I think they're about to milk this franchise for all it's worth.
I don't think so. I just don't see them doing it because then that would take away from Black Panther's storyline.
Now, as that might be the case, that didn't stop them from making Iron Man 2 and 3.
Iron Man 2 and 3 because he's Iron Man.
But
And that's what I'm saying.
But wait, what if for Black Panther they can focus on T'Challa and Bucky's relationship? I mean,
They're not going to do that.
So hold on. What are you laughing at? Think about it honestly.
I mean,
Bucky is part of Wakanda now, so they could
Yeah.
be a lot
Absolutely
of
not.
recons as
He
the
is
White
not part of
Wolf.
Wakanda.
And T'Challa, yes, he is.
the
He's
Avengers
still-
run the world. He's
No.
back inside it.
Yeah, he's
No, he's still. I
he's
still think they were like,
reintegrated.
yeah, this nigga still a wanted criminal. He's still gonna take refuge.
What?
And
No, he's not. None of the
Wakanda's
Avengers are
his
wanted
home
criminals
now.
at this
He is
point.
the
Not
White
after they
Wolf.
saved
T'Challa's gonna be like,
existence.
hey man, you still got a place here. I need you to help me out. We helped you. Help
He never
us.
did anything. He just lived there.
He just
I
was
mean,
hiding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I don't
the thing.
see
They
anything.
gave him refuge.
Also,
And
they don't
T'Challa-
really have a relationship. They never actually
Miles.
exchanged words.
And no, they even helped Bucky with his brainwash. That's what
Captain
No.
Captain America said, "Hey, can you take my friend in? He's
They just removed it and
Yeah.
froze him.
Yeah.
They took him out and did it physically because he had.
I don't think
how
that
he
was-
Iron Man could have done that.
Yeah,
and
any-
Captain America gave him
Yeah.
the chance. Still going rogue.
But that's the thing, though, is that You're talking about their relationship. I don't think fucking T'Challa was the one there therapying him.
I know that. I'm saying now that everything is back to normal, he's been like, "Hey, yo, man, time to repay the favor. Now that my people's helped you out,
No, look,
so we're gonna
Wakanda
do this,
is
that,
the
and third.
richest,
We're gonna
wealthiest
crack some
They don't need
nation
anything
in the world. They
from
don't
anyone.
need anything or anybody.
I'm not saying like it can't happen. I'm just saying it's highly unlikely. And I think the next Black Panther is going to be another one of those civil wars. They're going to have another
Yeah.
villain's going to come up and fuck they shit up. And he was like, we gotta stop.
No, I think it's going to be Wakanda versus some alien race. I think.
No, because then the Asgardians will get involved. That's the whole purpose of Asgard being on Earth now, New Asgard.
I guess, but if not an alien race, I think it's going to be Moon Knight. Honestly,
that would be good. I would like to see that.
But then what about Adam Warlock?
They still haven't introduced him, and if they were going to do that, it should have been an Infinity War. It should have been
I thought he was
Endgame.
Soul Stone too.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Adam Warlock is a key member. Yeah, he's a key.
Yeah, he
part.
is actually the Vision. Like in the comics, he had Vision's role where he was the only person who ever like lived because of the Soul Stone or whatever being in his body. But there are no more stones, so
I guess they won't.
yeah. And everybody was like, "It's a Soul Stone," and it's just on some place.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, I guess they were also like, "We don't know. We want James Gunn to come back," and so
Honestly, though, I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy was getting old because there's only but so much they can do.
yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna get old.
But
Well,
at
no,
the
it's
same
gonna
time,
be fun, but the purpose it serves is gonna get old. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like fun.
It's a fun
I don't know.
movie.
Even that second one, it was really fun, but it's also like the story is like, even their dynamic. Like, how many times can you mishear words or misunderstand something, or how many times can you hear "I am Groot" before you're like,
It was
I don't
agree
like
with
this
you,
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's teenage Groot. It's not
Yeah,
baby Groot.
Teenage Groot is a fucking
Groot.
nuisance.
Teenager.
But what I was gonna say, even though I was just going in on this movie in the first half, I think in terms of like action adventure movies, sci-fi movies, I think it's one of the greatest of all times.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be very hard, not even just for Marvel, to top this one. Like, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do at the end of Phase 4. I couldn't imagine what they're gonna do at the end of Phase 4, and I would hate to be the person to have to pitch the idea,
It's gonna be in space. They're gonna fight Celestials or Internals or something like that.
But how's that going to be a more compelling story? Make it. I mean, and I'm saying this one makes sense.
You
But
get
like,
Rune King Thor. You get some other cool people.
I mean, but that's just like cool stuff. It's not like I'm saying like. Let me tell you why I think it's one of the greatest of all times. Instead of being the end of a trilogy, this is literally they could end the franchise on the strength of this movie. If they never made another Marvel movie, I would be okay with that. If they were like, or even if going forward, they were just like, we're just going to do spin-off series, TV shows, and just weird art house films, right? I'd be like, okay. I'll check it out. If they were like, we're just going to do weird comic book stuff where everybody gets weird, I'd be fine with that. If they want to go the DC route and just milk everything for money, I'd be cool with that because everything up to this point basically kind of doesn't. It's like self-contained. Anything after this would be like starting a whole new franchise almost.
They put like a bunch of spin-off shows.
Yeah, but that's because I really don't think they know where to go from here. I mean, this is almost like the Star Wars franchise, right? Because it's like you have the original trilogy, and then I guess somebody came along and was like, well, let's do the prequels, and then somebody was like, let's try to go forward. And you see how they're trying to go forward, and it's not really.
People are still eating them up though.
They are.
And The Force Awakens, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, The Force Awakens was good. But then that's not enough for a whole franchise. That was just kind of like.
That was like a one-hit thing.
Oh, and not only that, but it's also like it's really the original trilogy all over again. So it's just like everything you love in one movie.
Again, but we do have we have the Secret Wars and we have the Illuminati plot points, and I think they could do that pretty well.
I think, we don't have Infinity Stones anymore. I don't think they're going to retouch the Infinity Stones.
So we can't do the Illuminati. So I think Secret Wars is probably the next one that we're going to do.
Yeah, I do think we're going to go Secret Wars, but I think the original Avengers cast, for the most part, besides Thor and Hulk,
Thor and Hulk are the
Hulk, only
Captain
two there.
Marvel.
Well, I mean, original Avengers cast.
Oh yeah.
Well, you also have to realize that Black Widow's solo movie's coming out too.
It's in the past.
I know though, but still, that's still something for her.
No, but I mean like moving forward, plot-wise.
Well, what if that? And hear me out. What if that Black Widow comes to the future.
Stop.
No, I mean they did Gamora. Fuck off, Chris.
I was trying to hear you out.
So what's
but I don't think they should keep using time travel. That's what I was saying. I hate time
It's
travel.
fucking Marvel. They brought Scott.
But you know what? I did just say if they just wanted to do weird comic book stuff, I'd be okay with it. So I would hear them out. But I would eventually stop watching movies. Their movies.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, Miles. I'm not saying it can't happen. I really, again.
But it would be just like a comic book where it's just like, and then he fell from the sky and ripped open the thing from the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, it'd be nonsense.
And pulled out the Gallic gun or whatever. Like,
that would be.
and they were just making shit up to tell the story.
And I would owe you a huge apology if they actually did that. You'd be like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring you back to the future.
Yeah, but also I don't think Scarlett Johansson wants to come back. And it would be weird moving
It doesn't make any
without.
sense. I'd be furious if they did that. I'd be sorry.
Oh yeah, no, but I would give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you think I would
For
stick
what?
around for Phase 5, you got me
Black
fucked
Widow?
up. No, I'm just saying I would see how all of this plays out. Like, oh, you guys, I would see if they have a bigger plan, and then if I see that they don't, then I'll just be like, well,
What's Hawkeye
a
gonna
fun-
do? Just be back? He's not gonna save the world no more.
no, he's just got to be with his family, with his fucking weird mohawk and his sleeve
leave
of tattoos.
his mohawk alone.
He has a whole sleeve like he was a fucking
Yeah.
biker. His wife was probably like, and the Avengers 2, his wife was like, I can tell the difference of your skin. How do you think she's gonna react? And she's like, you have a whole sleeve of tattoos
Why
and
you
a
look
bad
older?
haircut. What are we talking about? Phase 4. But no, I was saying like this is a really tricky territory for them. I think this is a really tricky territory for movies in general. I don't really know how another franchise could top this. I think this is our generation Star Wars.
Oh, it's like other movies. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, how can you make a better action adventure movie than this?
I can't. I love the MonsterVerse that's happening.
It's not happening anymore. But even if, right, that's just the Marvel formula. It's just like, hey, let's interconnect this universe, and then we're gonna have the Avengers.
Not like the Frankenstein, not the Mummy MonsterVerse. I meant the Godzilla thing, the kaiju version.
No, well, even if that's a very similar concept.
I like Godzilla movie was really good to me.
I thought it was okay.
I loved it.
It was fun, but I build a universe off the strength of that movie. No, I don't think it was that good.
Well, they're not. It's King Kong. The Skull Island was.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, no, but
that
again,
Mothra now.
do you think that's going to be action adventure movie of the summer? Start a whole franchise of
And have a
action adventure
giant
movie?
monster battle.
I think that's
part of
good.
that.
No, I think that's good for 1 or 2 movies. I don't think that's gonna last. You know. And I don't think it would compare to
King
Endgame.
Kong against
I don't
Godzilla?
think. No, we've seen it before.
When?
They made that movie a long time ago, and they might not make it with the same graphics. But I'm saying, like, in terms of a generation thing, I think this is the best.
I want to go see that.
King
honestly.
Kong against Godzilla. Well, yeah, tripping.
I honestly, what was it? After the last King Kong movie I saw, I don't even remember what it was, but
Kong 3.
I don't know. I was just like, okay, I'm kind of tired of the giant
Yeah.
monkey fighting off dinosaurs and stuff. I don't want to see it anymore.
The one with Jack Black, that 3-hour long one.
No,
Was
that was the old one.
No,
That
it
wasn't
was
that
this.
old.
It
That
was
was
the
the
middle one.
It was the one where they had like the monsters that didn't have faces or whatever. You know?
No,
what I'm talking
that was
about?
the new one with Tom, the guy who plays Loki, his
Tom
actor.
Hiddleston.
Yeah, but in that movie they literally set up,
The Godzilla thing.
the Godzilla.
See, that's like, I don't know if that's.
That's not going
I
to be
wouldn't-
Endgame,
I
but that's
don't
going to
know.
be pretty up there.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. It's that I think Endgame is now the new benchmark for that kind of thing because I don't think they're going to be much. There, how do you top something like seeing Cap wield the hammer, seeing all the
Again,
females
that
get in
wasn't
the
a big,
row? How do you?
I don't think they're
Cap
gonna. I don't
see-
think anybody's gonna try and top it. But I'm just talking about like stuff that's just gonna even get me like that
There.
excited for a movie.
Well, but that's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
saying like I have to be like oh my god, but still like I'm not gonna look forward to. I don't know what other movie I'm gonna look forward to like that.
That's what I'm saying, and especially like because think about how hyped everybody was for Infinity War, and then
The hype was all for me. It was all the last battle. Nothing in that movie.
no, but hold on. I'm saying just in terms of this, like I'm gonna count Infinity War as part 1 and Endgame as part 2, right? Think about how hyped everybody was for Infinity War, and then how even more hyped everybody was for Endgame, and then how paid off everybody. Like it feels solid. I think we can all agree that it feels like a solid conclusion, right?
Yeah.
I don't know any other movie that's gonna be able to do that for me.
I really think the Godzilla King Kong universe.
I don't know, because I'm not waiting 10 years and watching 22 King Kong movies
It's not gonna
to
be
see that
22.
pay off.
It's gonna be like 3 Kongs, like a couple of Godzillas.
But that's what I'm
Mothra.
saying.
But
But
the
it's
thing
like,
is, it's like,
they're not
honestly-
characters I can connect to. It's not.
What?
My thing
It's
is-
not as satisfying as an ending. you
It's
know?
like are you saying it's going to be 3 of them? There's been how many King Kong movies? How many got? I'm so
many Hulk
tired
movies
of
have there
seeing
been,
it
though?
and stuff. I'm so tired of seeing like.
Kong.
Yeah, I
But
just feel
it's
like
the same with Hulk. It's the same
No,
with,
I'm-
literally
that's the
King
thing.
Kong is Hulk.
No,
The
but
Hulk.
you're totally right, and that's why Hulk hasn't had a solo movie since what? 09.
But Hulk and the whole thing is awesome.
But he's rarely ever used as just smash. He's used as like in key moments, right? And
Kong
they use
is gonna
him
be
very
used in a key
strategically. They
moment.
use the Hulk like okay, in the first Avengers he was just all smash, right? But that's because they just needed a body there, right? Thor, he's like a comedic relief, but also again like a strong person. But he kind of reverts back and forth. It's more comedy than anything else. And Infinity War is like a benchmark for Thanos to use his strength against to like power scale. In this movie, he's Professor Hulk, where he's brain and brawn. And he also stands in for Tony because he's there. Right? They don't ever really just use him as just mash, mash, mash. And think about somebody like, not even somebody. King Kong is not even a person.
yeah.
Think about
I'm
this
thinking,
pure
what
monster.
is he gonna do?
But
That's
Kong
gotta-
is like
Fight.
Kong is so. I saw a theory that Kong was our weapon against the upcoming monsters. Like because we see monsters now exist, and so we
But that
genetically
doesn't.
create
I don't
a monster.
connect with Kong. If Kong doesn't have a family to lose. Kong doesn't have stakes.
Kong's our weapon. He's our secret weapon against.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
not our
that's
secret
that's what
weapon, but
I'm
he's like
saying,
one of our.
like-
That's
our
shit blowing up on a screen.
He's like
I'm
a
not
nuke.
gonna get.
If I was in the mood to see like some action movie
You
where
can
I
see
didn't have to
anything.
think it that much,
Yeah.
then I could see it. But I wouldn't be following it for the story.
Yeah, and that would be
Oh,
something I could
yeah.
get off to and I love Transformers, right? Love Transformers.
Transformers, even I went and saw it for the action.
That's what I'm saying. But even after the third one is like, I've seen giant fucking robots blow up Chicago, New York,
See,
fucking Los
it
Angeles.
was the same thing for me for Marvel. Endgame was great, but it didn't ruin like big movies for me.
Well, I'm not saying it ruined, but I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna be
like,
comparing every movie to Endgame,
But
but
I'm
I'm saying like I'm not gonna follow. There's no movie I can think of right now that I'm just gonna want to follow up on.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also to have it pay off, to not only follow it, but then have it pay off the way the Endgame
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I think
I think that's
I think the King Kong Godzilla one. I think we're gonna have a whole bunch of space or alien ones.
But not only that, but also like the excitement thing, and also like saying some shit like you've seen that before. And again, I'll go back to Transformers because in Transformers, you see that was like the first time in a blockbuster that they just trashed the fucking city. You haven't seen that shit since 9/11.
You know.
You're supposed to say
No,
that?
but
Man.
I know that sounds like a joke, but literally 9/11 is the reason why they don't set like big action movies in a major city, because it reminds Americans of 9/11. And after that, every movie was like, oh, this is okay. Transformers made $1 billion. We can set our movie in New York and trash New York. That's why Man of Steel did it. That came out 1 year later. That's why fucking every other movie did it. That's why Suicide Squad did it. And all of them had that same beam of light in the sky. Hey, we gotta shoot the aliens out of here. We're gonna ruin this town. Like, think about how many movies after that movie did that.
Okay, that's fair enough, but I'm saying.
But I'm saying that set a bar, and I'm saying Endgame is setting a very similar bar,
see-
where it's like you're seeing characters that with set powers you grew up with or whatever, and you're seeing them conclude.
That's crazy. I actually grew up with them.
Yeah, the franchise came out.
When we were
08.
like 12. Or,
I was in
I was
fourth
8
grade.
if it came out.
I was
in
in
08.
sixth, seventh grade.
5th grade, yeah. But here's my thing though. I get it set a bar, but I don't think it's as high as you guys are placing it. That's what
Well,
I'm
how
saying.
high do you think it is?
I think it's just slightly above. Again, the first Transformer. What movie like a big blockbuster movie?
I think it's like Star Wars, but Star Wars literally set the map for like I don't remember.
See,
Toy
Star
Story?
Wars wasn't something that was big to me though.
Not to
I mean,
you, I mean to
Like
society.
the people growing up.
But I don't think Star Wars was big. I think Star Wars was big in its fandom.
That's no, you're crazy. Star Wars is like Americana. People lined up around the block when they heard Star Wars come out. Hear anybody talk about Star Wars coming out in what was it, 1974? Them niggas would be like, man, that was a once in like I had never seen anything like that in theaters.
I think King Kong and Godzilla might do that.
I don't know why you're so hard for King Kong.
No, I really do.
I don't
No,
think
I
it's
really
gonna.
do.
I don't think King Kong
He
is
gets
Star Wars.
off at a gorilla.
But also,
Pause.
I-
You say it was hard for him. I'm just like, you get off at the gorilla because you riding him
I
pretty
mean,
hard.
I guess the only
man.
reason I'm saying the whole Avengers thing, because now I think about it, I did grow up with them, and so I got to follow it. But honestly, King Kong and Godzilla, that I was also young seeing those too.
And just
I
didn't care.
never.
You were young seeing the Hulk ones. You were young.
But I still followed. I wasn't in the back of my mind like when I saw Avengers for the first time in high school. I wasn't like, oh, that's the same guy from Iron Man I saw in 4th or 5th grade.
like-
it wasn't forgettable. It's not something I just put in the back of my mind. It was something I was actively
It
following.
was for me.
Like,
I wasn't.
watching this-
But also,
cinematic
but even
universe
you
is like-
saying that, like Marvel set the bar for that too, because how many people? Marvel started the whole superhero craze. They're the reason why DC tried to hop on it, why Fox and shit tried to hop on it.
Definitely DC.
And besides, I feel like
DC didn't do it as good, but
No, but they're the
DC
reason why
movies.
everybody tried to hop on that shared universe thing.
But DC started off with a good superhero.
No, and you're totally
But
right
I-
about that, but that's because Marvel wasn't making movies at all.
Yeah,
They didn't have a competition. Secondly, what was I say? The superhero thing, the shared universe thing.
yeah,
Think
I feel
about
like
how many. Even
everybody's
your
gonna
Kong
try
idea,
and do that, and that's why I
The
feel
Alien
like.
versus Predator.
And
That's not a shared universe. That's a versus movie. There's.
Still,
I'm talking
no,
about,
that's
like-
a shared. No, the new ones that are coming out as a shared universe.
Well, I mean, but that's what a shared universe is.
The
but I'm
Aliens
not-
movies
I'm not
was
talking
just
about.
as big as any Avengers movies.
No, nigga, no.
Wow.
And that's another thing I'm going to say. I think Endgame is going to be the highest grossing film of all time.
Never.
Never?
In the next 10 years, we'll have another one. I
What can I
promise.
throw at you? How dare you?
What do you think is going to top Endgame? What do you think is going to top?
honestly,
This is like the series finale
If
of-
you're still on the King Kong thing, I don't understand why you think King Kong is just gonna beat the Avengers. Because honestly,
Why
you
you
keep
think?
saying.
Why you think King Kong is such a household name
Yeah, you
that
keep-
he's just gonna whoop Iron Man, Hulk, Thor,
I truly,
Captain America, like we haven't all grown up with that.
I truly believe that
Like the last movie didn't
But
make
the
$1
thing
billion.
is, with Captain America, I mean,
Like all
King
the
Kong,
black people didn't line up to go see
Yeah,
Black Panther.
every black person in the world saw Black Panther.
And
They
you
all
think-
did the terrible
Wakanda
African.
forever.
Yes, everybody was doing that, but I feel like with King Kong, it's too late for that. Like you're saying, oh yeah, there's movies I grew up with. I knew King Kong, but it's too late for them to try and
Yeah.
start up some universe.
universe.
Like, are
I
you?
think King
If
Kong
I
is
saw
like-
one
that,
is never too late, and two, I just think I'm telling you guys.
I'm like, y'all already came up with 5 other King Kongs. You decide now to start a
In the
universe.
next 10 years, there will be a bigger movie than Endgame.
No, boy.
I think in the next
I don't think it will be bigger, but it will start the
15
next hype
years.
for the next
Yeah, I think
generation.
it'll start the next wave. I don't think it'll be the next
It
one.
will box office. It will be bigger.
Like,
than
let's
Endgame.
be
Not
honest
just
right
I
here.
don't know. When you say that, but that's what I'm saying. Think about how everybody wanted to be, every little boy and girl wanted to be a fucking space ranger or whatever else when Star Wars came out, right?
No, that's
just
what
like
I'm
everybody
saying.
now
It
is on the
wasn't- I don't-
superhero
I don't
craze.
think it was
Think
that
about how
hard.
many shows or whatever, how many fucking shitty Star Wars ripoffs came out after Star Wars dropped. Think about all the.
I was
fucking-
watching DC cartoons. The cartoons. that
No,
they
but we're talking about in the 70s. I'm not
Movies.
talking about the late 90s. I think the comic craze is just like our generation, and I think Marvel has capitalized on that. But even with that being said, if you're talking about the last generation, that the people that grew up in the 80s, right, the 70s, 80s.
The golden age of comics.
Not Star Trek.
Gold and silver, you know.
No, Star Trek came out in like the 50s, 60s. I'm talking about Star Wars. Think about how Battlestar Galactica, fucking, what is that thing called? Stargate, fucking, all of that shit, right?
Quantum Leap, I don't know.
No, Quantum Leap is a time travel show, and that also.
Still sci-fi.
No, I'm talking about specifically space, like, and the idea of having wars in space.
I think there's gonna be another movie that tops it.
They're not in here. They're running for the bathroom though.
Oh man,
They really gotta
we
pee.
should get a studio or somewhere.
We could, why not we just go to Blocker?
Who's about to walk there?
Next time, nigga, shit.
Next time, nigga, shit.
Anyways, I'm just saying.
It's gonna be hard to beat Endgame, honestly.
Yeah, and there's another thing too about genres of movies. Star Wars kind of was the nail on the coffin for the space genre of movies, right? You're not gonna.
I don't think there's gonna be another superhero movie.
I think
there might be another
I think
genre.
superheroes are easily
That's
forgettable
what I say.
too.
Huh?
Not easily forgettable, but I think like these superheroes, again, in the next 5 years, people are not going to be talking about it.
No, I think this
Again,
is the
what
nail
can
on
I
the coffin
throw
for the
at
superhero
you?
phase.
They're not going to be talking about it. I'm serious.
I
don't know.
What? People are still talking about Star Wars.
Look,
Yeah.
And Star Wars has new movies
riddle
out.
me this though, Chris.
No, but they're still not as big as Avengers. I'm telling you, I think the last generation, it was fucking Star Wars and everything
I
else.
get that. No, I get the generational thing. I'm just saying, in like a year or two, not even a year, but probably 3 to 5 years, people are not going to be talking about Endgame.
See, look,
Well, but you're saying 10 years,
wait,
but that'll be
JT,
the next
JT.
generation. How old will we be in 10 years?
I
We'll be
would still
30.
love it. But I'm saying though, in the next 10 years,
I'm not saying we won't stop
My
loving
thing
it, but I'm saying
if
the next
Dragon
phase
Ball
will
Z
come out.
could still have the hype for over 30 years doing the same shit, what makes you say Marvel can't have that same
I'm
hype?
not saying it's not going to have the
I
same
think they
hype.
capped out with Endgame.
No.
I think that hear me out. I'm saying it'll be younger kids. It'll be the next generation of people that are paying to see these movies. People, the general movie-going audience, will matriculate out of going to see these movies. We will probably still be the 30-year-old guys on our Captain America shirts going to see these movies, but the general movie-going audience won't care. I think in the next 10 years, I don't know if it'll be video game movies. I don't know if it'll be fucking
Yeah, I mean, like there'll be
rom-coms.
hype still. There'll be like the same amount of.
It's not gonna
the
be-
generation will have the same hype
Yeah.
for a different movie.
For a
But
different kind of movie, yeah.
For a different kind of movie. I honestly, I don't know what superhero. I don't think it'd be a superhero movie. Probably.
I think
feel like
the
superhero
genre
movie
is
is
gone,
done.
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to be like aliens or something like that.
But that's
It's not superheroes.
But it's not going to be superheroes.
It won't
That's
be
what I'm
superheroes,
saying.
but like an alien, just an alien attack.
But I feel like the hype will reach again. You know, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
not like just about to be the
But I-
biggest.
but I was saying
the
it's-
only
that's
movie
gonna
to
be the
ever
next-
that's
exist
another
ever.
point.
That's going to be in the next 10 years.
Westerns
that's what I'm saying.
before that, Westerns were like John Wayne. That was the biggest thing.
On
Died
Earth.
out. Space. Biggest thing died
This-
out,
but
and I
see-
think this is superheroes. Biggest thing, I think, is Endgame, and then I think it's gonna die
Well,
out.
that's
I
what
don't know
I'm-
what's gonna come next.
Movies are, but but I get your point. I think we have
and
the
then
same
you think
point. I'm
like
just
the
saying,
rise of King Kong's gonna happen again?
no, but I'm saying, I'm saying though
Oh no.
that in the next 10 years, there's going to be another movie that will be Endgame.
Yeah, but that'll be out of our generation. We'll
Yeah,
be in our
totally.
Well,
30s.
I wouldn't care. I still.
Well, that's not my point. My point is that
I'll take
in
my
our
kids to go
generation.
see it.
So when does
Yeah.
our generation end then?
nigga, we're 20s. We're early 20s. In
Exactly.
10 years, we'll be in our 30s.
We'll have
Most
kids
of us
by
will have
then.
kids and stuff.
Yeah,
That'll
I'll
be
take
their
my kids
movies.
to go see the next movie.
Yeah.
I will sit my kids down and let them watch all the Avengers stuff and be like, "Hey, this is
But that's what I'm saying. Our kids might want to see fucking Fortnite, the movie, right?
Oh my
And
God.
We might
Yeah,
have to sit
maybe.
through it, but they'll be like, "Oh man," and that'll make $1 billion, $2 billion box office, and
I
we'll
get
just
that.
not understand the hype.
Fair enough.
Is that all we had to talk about? Any closing remarks, anybody?
I still think Cap and Tony were goats. That Mjolnir
Tony
scene
is that man.
Was
I knew.
Mjolnir scene was by far the
Was-
most priceless thing. Oh no, one thing that I really got me was like, how did Thanos' weapon break Cap's shield? Was that stronger than vibranium, or was that vibranium itself?
It
too,
might
where
have been,
broke?
but also Thanos is that strong. He
But
could have just broke.
He was
vibranium's supposed
hammering
to
that
be
shit
like just like shock absorb and like just excuse me.
Thanos.
wow, yo, that's crazy.
Anybody else have any closing remarks?
I think the
Miles.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I think the Cap wielding the hammer thing was overrated.
You think it was
I don't think it was.
I
I think it was built
I think
up.
it was good. I think it was very good.
I think it was overrated.
I think it was built up perfectly. I think it would have been overrated had it happened in Civil War.
at the best.
But I think they waited till the very last movie to show it.
No,
Showed
it
it
was good.
sparingly.
I think what was also the best part was when they finally were able to say Avengers Assemble. For years, that was a copyright issue. For them to finally say it now was like the right.
Was it really a
touch.
copyright
Yes.
issue?
I
didn't
looked
know
it
that.
up, and it was supposed to be like a huge issue to where like I guess this was like before Marvel was officially part of Disney. They still had some rights to certain things.
But
So,
they're
like,
still a subsidiary. They wouldn't get sued by their parent company.
well, I mean, they wouldn't get sued, but it was like we can't do that yet. Like you know, like just how like Fox owned the rights to some of the Marvel characters. I guess Marvel still had the rights to certain aspects of Marvel.
But
you
Marvel
know?
is a subsidiary. That's what I'm saying. It's that all of Marvel is under Disney. They bought the whole company.
I don't know. Maybe like I don't know. Make of it like having
Maybe
to unlock
they just
a character.
sold-
You
no.
have to do a little leveling up, or like wait a little bit longer for it to be able to.
That's a bit of a stretch.
What's up with y'all today? Y'all specifically.
Yeah.
No, I get that, Miles, but I'm saying I think that was overrated as well. I think the best scene was Thor and his mother.
No.
That was probably
No.
the best scene.
I think that was
the
funny
most
as shit when
emotional
Rocky
scene.
smacked Thor and was like, "Get together."
My best, my favorite scene.
The
was,
most. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go.
If like how you said emotional scene, a good emotional scene was Tony's little monologue at the end. That was
Yeah,
pretty good.
that was
and they
pretty
did a little video of everything happening. I feel like that was
Tony
pretty good.
Stark has a heart.
And even
Yeah.
in the
Wasn't that
hit
like
me.
his first arc reactor?
Yeah, and even in the beginning, his little video to his wife or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. That was the emotional.
That was a
parts.
really good tie-in because they were using it in the trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna die in the beginning too. What was my closing remark? Oh, I like that scene. My favorite scene is probably when Thor, Cap, and Iron Man are like,
Just
we're all on the
throwing
same
up.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
I don't
good.
really care, and then they just start going in.
And then Thor's magic lightning braids his,
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
beard.
that really. I started busting out laughing. I was like, "What?"
I mean, how often? I mean, they are magic though. How often does he just shoot the lightning and gets dressed all of a sudden? How were they changing clothes when they were going back in time?
I don't
How
know.
were they what?
Changing clothes.
No, my thing
I think
is-
it was the nano
No.
particles.
My thing is,
Didn't they have that
I think-
underneath it?
No,
That's what I
'cause-
thought.
No,
No.
because,
Yeah, because
Tony went
they-
back in
they-
time a second time. Remember, they were in New York already, and then he
Plot.
went back again,
That's what
and then
it
he
is.
had on the old Shield uniform. Where did Cap get that old army uniform from?
he stole it.
Okay,
had to
but
have
where did
some-
Stark get that?
Suit?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my other favorite scene, him talking to his father. That
Oh,
was a
yeah.
very good scene.
No.
It was awkward
I
kind
didn't
of when
even
he
know
was
that
hugging
his father
him.
halfway through to the end. I was like, oh, that's his dad.
Wow.
I thought that was
Dumbass.
ridiculous.
I don't like y'all today.
No, I'm
Anyways.
saying Thor and his
That
mother was
scene.
the, by far like the best one and the most like heart wrenching.
Nah.
I don't think I could ever be on the same page with you.
45-minute mark now. We've been talking about this movie for really the runtime of this movie, and
My closing remark: Tony Stark is that man, and also I'm ready to see the kids now.
My
also, I'm
closing-
ready to see all the kids.
My closing remark, Cap and Mjolnir, Cap just having his happy ending despite what y'all think. Cap in general, Avengers Assemble.
that's that our closing remark.
My closing remark is everything that like the the opposite of Miles.
I'm cutting both of you off.
Yeah.
I don't have any closing remarks, Miles. Would you like to plug your thing one more time?
Yeah, follow me and my bro Samaj on our Twitch stream. We're Fading to Gaming, FADEN2 Gaming. Follow me on Instagram
Remember
and
to spell it
Snap,
this time.
Goofboy96.
Anyways, guys, what did you guys think? What do you think is going to happen in Phase 4? What do you think is going to be the next trend of movies, or do you not think superhero movies are done yet? Remember to follow us on Twitter. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.
Peace.